the biggest challenge is right now the prices and global warming day to day. It's increasing the temperature. So how you are taking a challenge to keep this in a right path, and the prices, if it is increased, it's going to be a big challenge for the public and as well as the government. So what you are planning, especially these big companies who are handling this electricity.
Yep.
So how you are working with them and how to keep it in a parallel way, not to increase.
The single biggest source of the problem is PJM,
Mhm.
the interstate organization.
Okay.
So we're demanding reform of PJM. What reforms are needed?
Mhm.
Number one, they need to put all the energy sources in the auction. They arbitrarily eliminated some sources, mainly renewables, and as a result, and secondarily, not approving interconnections. So as a result, we have not had an increase in the amount of renewable electricity that could easily be available in the grid. We in New Jersey have 79 projects in a long line that they won't even look at. If a portion of them had been approved, we wouldn't be in the problem. We would have many new kilowatt hours of electricity available to us. So number one on the list is reform PJM. Reform which energy sources they consider. And the other thing that everybody should know is that in our view, or my view, because I don't want to give it to anybody else, I think the auction is corrupt. Now, not corrupt in the sense that somebody's taking money and taking a trip to wherever, but corrupt in the sense that they're not doing it properly. And the organization is prejudiced. And the prejudice is in favor of fossil fuels.
Oh.
That's the problem. So fossil fuel projects are not getting approved. They're not working hard for the interconnection to the grid. And as a consequence, we now are in a situation where we're short.
It should come into the assembly and you're supposed to discuss, because that's the end of the day, public will suffer with if anything went wrong.
Right.
If you're increasing prices like a 10-20% towards the public, will suffer as well as the government will suffer with the public issues. So that's important to address. So how you're going to?
So what are people going to flip on?
Yes.
They're air conditioning.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so that's like the other side of the problem. So anyway, we've demanded the reform of PJM. They've agreed to a partial reform, which is that these factors that should go into the bidding are going to be considered next year. But what about this year? All right, we're stuck with these prices from July to the following June. So one of the things, it's not a solution, but one of the things I think we're going to do is to provide rate relief to customers so that we will help them either by paying part of their bill or reimbursing them for the extra costs. And it's not a preferred solution. The preferred solution was to not have the problem in the first place. And PJM is the entity that's supposed to be planning for the future so you don't get these rate spikes. Right? This rate spike is going to be horrible. I mean, you're going to hear from a lot of mad people in July of this year. So we're going to try and give them help on the payment side. We're demanding reforms of PJM. Listen, I'm wild enough to suggest maybe we should consider a different state group.
Yes.
All right? Because these guys are clearly not working in our best interest. And then one other thing, the claim after the auction occurred, you had all the energy reporters contacting the generators to say, why did you all put in a 10 times higher bid? Now, that's pretty strange because up until last year, the bidding system worked. All of a sudden, everybody got the same memo. Let's raise our bid by 10%. By a factor of 10 times. And then the price is huge. So the question is, was there some collusion? And we are asking for an investigation of PJM on that issue because renewables will always get hurt. The other thing that's also true is that the fossil fuel gang is pretty much in charge of PJM. So that may be a reason why they wouldn't allow the renewable projects to go forward. So there's a lot we need to fix.